One game to be played on the field in 2024 and then winter mercato. Mercato is crazy. If there is one thing that I can guarantee you is that Cristiano Giuntoli changed his initial plans from the beginning of the season. He's going towards a new strategy, in a way a bit obliged because of the injuries. On the other side, he will look for opportunities. That strategy will try to explain you here, all the details, so remain until the end of the video, because we'll speak about entry, about possible exit. Will be a big Mercato video, so put a maximum of like if you didn't yet, please continue to subscribe. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Before speaking about Mercato, guys, there is one thing that I have in mind, and I cannot take it away since a few days. It is my visit in Saudi Arabia from the 2nd to the 7th of January. I can't wait for the Supercoppa to be played. Juve Milan, the first game. Hopefully we win so that we can play a final. Juve Inter, Juve Atalanta. I don't know, but I want to be there. 2 games and winning that silverware, winning that cup and put it in the air with my eyes, watching it with my phone, recording it just for you. Ragazzi, a few of you already messaged me here in the comment section, but maybe not a lot of you were watching the video of yesterday. So if you didn't yet, if you live in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh, if you will go to the game, let me know here in the comment section, because we'll try to organize something, because for me it's a lifetime opportunity, meeting new people that are always watching me here on the channel, saying, Beppe, if one day, well, that day is now, from the 2nd to the 7th, please let me know, guys, because I can't wait. But it's true that Beppe is already thinking about Saudi Arabia, about the Supercoppa, but there is still one game to be played, and I'm happy that the boys are thinking about that game, because since yesterday they are back in La Continassa, yesterday training, today they continue to train, because it's a game that we cannot underestimate. Juve-Fiorentina. Fiorentina is coming from a difficult moment, can we say, against Udinese. I rewatched the game because I want to prepare myself, and I have to say that Fiorentina didn't play that bad, so it's not a Fiorentina is totally collapsing. They are quite strong. They have a player that will have that sense of revenge in a way, even if he always spoke well about Juve since he left. Moise Kean, he will have that desire to show to the world that the 0 goals of 23-24 more were about bad luck than about his qualities. Do I regret Moise? No. You know it. If you follow the channel, I have always had that soft spot for Moise since he's a kid. His first control, his first goal against Bologna, the first goal in Champions League. I remember these moments. I always wish that he did well with Juve. There were some moments where he did well, then there were some moments where he had some difficulties. I don't regret. I never regret players. I'm happy that he's doing well at Fiorentina. Probably Fiorentina was what he needed to succeed. Hopefully he will not do well against Juve on Sunday, the 29th. Speaking about this weekend, you know that the Juventus plays against Fiorentina, but the other ones are also giving us an opportunity to finish the year well. Well, in a way, entering again that top 4, because this weekend on Saturday, Cagliari-Inter, and then the game that you cannot miss, Lazio against Atalanta on Saturday. On Sunday, after Juve-Fiorentina, there will be Milan-Roma. I know that a lot of you are telling me, Beppe, but in UK, in Ireland, we have some difficulties to watch the games this season. It's a real huge pity. Well, we have that solution, because OneFootball, they partner with Serie for people living in UK, Ireland. You have everything in your pocket, computer, smart TV. If you go with the link below, it is there. You can choose, or the pick the game opportunity. That's beautiful, because you tell me, Beppe, but the games of Juve, I can watch them in a GOFC. But I really don't want to miss Lazio Atalanta or Milan Roma. Go there. Link in the description. Pick the game. It starts at $4.99, or you can go with a team pass. If you say, Beppe, I have difficulties to watch Juve, I don't want to miss any game of Juve, well, do it. Or you go with a season pass, and then no worries anymore. Link into the description. Ragazzi, think about Juve-Fiorentina before thinking about Supercoppa. What is the strategy of Cristiano Giuntoli for this Mercato? Well, first of all, let's put aside all the extra rumors that are coming, especially from Premier League, because I go crazy. I wake up on the 25th, I go to sleep on the 25th, I wake up on the 26th, in days, beautiful days of Christmas. What do I read? Kenan Yildiz to Liverpool with an offer of 32 million pound, which is 40 million euro. Ragazzi, what are we speaking? What are we speaking about? These guys, they have absolutely no understanding that Juventus for 40 million euro, they will not even open the door, not even open the mail. It will go immediately to the spam box, to the junk box. Forget about it. So these kind of rumors, put them aside. Cristiano Giuntoli has no time to waste for Kenan Yildiz to Liverpool, so don't worry. But he will also not waste time with some news like Di Gregorio to Manchester City. Pep Guardiola is already thinking about changing goalkeeper Ederson to Saudi Arabia and then going for Di Gregorio. That there is an appreciation for the good goalkeeper, absolutely yes, and that's also why Giuntoli anticipated to sign the goalkeeper of Monza. Him to Manchester City, also forget about that. So these rumors, we take them away because they are pumping energy. Let's focus on what we want to do. First of all, we want to go with a strong defender. And we want that strong defender fast. Now, when I always told you in the last 2 weeks, I want the 2nd of January, that we open the door, bam, 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 J Medical, we have a player, probably that will not happen. Also because on the 2nd January, we'll or already be in Saudi Arabia, or we will still travel to Saudi Arabia, but forget about a new player there. Also because we'll have to wait a few days that the Mercato starts rolling also in the other leagues, like for example, Premier League, and then you have that domino effect, and you know what I'm speaking about. So, but in the first 10 days of Mercato, a strong defender. I come back on the names later. Then, a player up front, even if Cristiano Giuntoli is still always denying, no, only a defender, and it's the priority. We all agree on that. We'll still look for opportunities there. That's 2. 3, we want no extra midfielder. I know there were some voices like, Tona, forget about extra midfielder. And then 4, an extra defender towards the end of the Mercato. And that will be the real huge opportunity when everyone already did their moves. There are still unhappy players. There are still players that can possibly go on a loan in the last day of Mercato. You know that there are always opportunities, especially in Italy, with the Italian guys that are always saying, let's wait. Well, sometimes things can happen. So, defender strong, yes, opportunity up front, no extra midfielder, and then, if there is the possibility, an extra defender. That's what Juventus want to do. Of course, in the meanwhile, you have to work on selling. And that's where we start with the first names. Fagioli, I always told you, there will not be a lot of possibilities for him to stay at Juve. Then I heard about Napoli, that is a credible source because Manna, because Conte, even if it's quite difficult. Now, when we are looking at the midfield that they have there, with the players that they have, McTominay, Anguissa, I don't see Fagioli immediately being a starter in that midfield of Napoli with one competition only. I'm not sure also if the environment Napoli that is much more hot will be the ideal spot for Fagioli. What I heard, except of Giovanni Albanese, Gazzetta dello Sport, they're really saying that there is a big interest, and it's true. From the other side, they are telling me Juventus, they have no intention to swap Fagioli. They have no intention there. It's more something that goes towards the foreign countries. Could be France, could be Premier League, with a lot of teams interested there. So that swap Fagioli, Raspadori, I don't feel at the moment really something real, something serious, even if it's more from the Napoli side. Like, they are also pushing Napoli for Danilo. There were some words of denying from Danilo saying, if it's for me, a captain doesn't leave his old lady in the middle of the season. And I think he was really sincere. But on the other side, you really see that there is something that is not working between the captain of Juve and Thiago Motta with the club. And it's more the club that is saying he stays, the player that says I stay. But on the other side, they don't find the ideal way of working together because of tactics, because of technique, because of the age, because of the end of contract, because a lot of things. So that Danilo selling because, of course, you stop the contract, so you will win on salary, but you will not cash in at the diversity of Fagioli, where you will cash in. Well, don't close the door to see Danilo leaving already in January, probably after the Supercoppa. You never know, captain with the trophy in the hand and then saying goodbye could even be a beautiful story. Arthur should be gone. He will change a strategy of, I don't know what was the strategy of Arthur in the summer, but this time Betis Sevilla is really on the player. Valencia is there as well, looking at what's happening. They are going with a loan, with an option to buy at 12 million euro for the end of the season. So him on loan for 6 months, where we recuperate a bit of salary for Arthur. And that will be an important one, because saving here, saving there, at the end you can reinvest for the player, because I told you a few players in the idea of Cristiano should come in. At 2 or 3. It's a lot in January. Bangula and Rui, some people ask me about them. What is the strategy about them? It's not that they are in the selling list. It's not that we say, okay, they need to leave, we're obliged, we don't count on them. No, but if for X, Y, Z reason we can do something, they agree to do something, we could possibly do something. if an offensive player comes, maybe Bangula can leave and bring us a bit of money, because also there it is pure profit. Rui the same. If we go for an extra left back, it could be possibly that he goes on loan, but it's not the main priority of Juve, because at the end it's not that you will cash in 20, 30, 40 million euro for these players. When I told you about a strong extra defender, well, there are 3, 4, 5 names at the moment, especially one. It is Hansko. Hansko, everything is already done. The salary, the agreement with Feyenoord, it's just the timing. And Feyenoord is still saying, no, not at the moment. If you really want him, you need to really increase that offer. An incredible offer, so that we can say, oh, we cannot refuse it at the moment. That's why Juventus is looking for alternatives, because we need one fast. Antonio Silva. Don't forget about Antonio Silva, where you go and you permanently sign him, also with an obligation to buy. Forget about it. Jorge Mendes is working on it, and he would love to go for an alternative solution that would be a loan. The player is not playing at all with Benfica. A loan for 6 months with maybe an option at really high, a bit of Alcaraz move, with, of course, another standing of player. But an Alcaraz move, that could be a solution for Antonio Silva. Then Tomori. Tomori would love to join Cristiano Giuntoli, Kalulu at Juve. Cristiano would love to have him. The problem of Milan is that they know that there is no relationship between the defender and their coach. They know that at the moment it's difficult to find again an agreement there, but they are scared, because they say, oh, the Milan fans are criticizing us. They are going crazy against us. If we, after Kalulu, are actually forming again that center pair, but in another club, not at Juve, not at Milan, but at Juve, and for so cheap, what will they do? So at the moment, they are a bit scared about that option, even if Cristiano really believes that he can still do it, so he will push for that one. Then, of course, there are always the Barca voices. The Barca is always in financial difficulties. They always find a way, in a way or in another, selling Spotify things, then selling the media house, selling this. They always find a way, but they have some problems. For example, Dani Olmo, they need to find a way to actually register him so that he can play that second part of the season. Well, that's why Araujo or Christensen could be on the exit list of Barcelona. Can Juventus go there for an opportunity? Again, opportunity could be. So let's follow it, even if these options are a bit further away. Regardless of Milik, I told you, if there is an opportunity up front, Juventus will go for it. 6 months loan, Colomwani could be an opportunity, but of course that's later in the Mercato. From the moment that Paris Saint-Germain understood, nobody is bringing us cash, but we don't want the player. If we can save a bit of salary, let him go. 6 months only, could be an opportunity, Colomwani. Can he do the difference in 6 months only? That's the question. Zirkzee talks with Amorim, with the agent, to understand what will be his future. Opportunity also there, but it's a costly one. So it's again a loan with an option to buy. Speaking about numbers, maybe sitting down again in July to understand what can happen. Like, we cannot push away Raspadori. Raspadori, that is an opportunity, because every single time we hear it, or it's for Danilo, or it's for Fagioli, or it's just because Giuntoli loves the player. It's a player that can play diverse roles. My problem with Raspadori, I told you, it's a young player, it's a good player, it's not a bad player, but it's a player that's never scoring. We need some goals. We need some goals, because our problems up front is only Vlahovic that is scoring. So that's why I'm not 100% sure. Mika Odatze is a player that has been followed by Juve. Yesterday I heard from Fabrizio Romano that Galatasaray is giving them an offer of 17 million euro to Lyon, that Lyon already refused. And it's a bit what I told you earlier. Lyon, they know that they are obliged to sell. They will wait as long as possible, because they want to increase. More they increase their demand, and if they find clubs, less players they need to sell. So it's a strategy of, let's sell not a lot, but really expensive. Will Juventus enter that competition? Do they want to enter that competition? At the moment, I think that Mika Odatze to Juve is a difficult opportunity, let's say it like that. And then, as I told you, there is no midfielder that will join in the month of January. No, forget about the name Tonali that went for 2-3 days there on the front page, is already gone already, as I told you. Forget about that. There is no extra midfielder that will come, because at the moment we have enough. Even if Fagioli leaves, okay? This is the strategy of Juve, of Cristiano Giuntoli for the Mercato. I hope you enjoy the 26th. I don't know if you are off or not. If there is one thing that is annoying me, and you know it, is that on the 26th, a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people are on holiday. There will be the Premier League, all the games on the 26th. Serie A, even if this time they didn't took holiday, there is no interruption, there is no break, and that's already a good one. But we don't play today. And it's a huge big pity, because what do we do today? If you are at home, seriously, what do we do today? Watching Premier League, rewatching games, preparing the Milan game in Supercoppa, preparing the Fiorentina game. I don't know. What are you doing? Let me know in the comment section. Grazie, forza, Juve.